armbands. Huh? You never seen that, man. So that whole thing that you guys got, and then it tells you that the prophets of the Lord were going to wear rough garments. Did not Elijah wear a rough garment?
Yeah.
He didn't have no sequin garment with the gold and the purple in there, man. So where has that changed, man?
John the Baptist.
And that's what and see, you get a lot of guys that get with Nate because the way the order, which in the Roman Catholic institution they call it the liturgy, man. Everything's proper and everybody got the, one day they all wear the white garments with the gold trim. The next day the purple garments with the gold trim, And people like shit like that, man. Hey, you know how they got a lot of people to join the Panthers? Because they all wore the black leather coats and they had the tams tipped to the side and they were doing catons and drills and stuff outside for the people. Oh, yeah, I got to get with them, man. Yeah. I got to wake up, man. I got to get with the program.
And they were feeding niggas.
Any problem that you had, they helped you out, man. And like you said, man, the so-called heads of the Black Panthers came out of college, man. Now, when you go to college or university, you're trying to get an education, man. You try to make it in this Edomite, the Esau's world. So how all of a sudden in college you're going to have a transformation, man?
Yeah.
What kind of sense does that make? You niggas were set up. You were recruited. One of the biggest recruitment places for the Illuminati is them damn colleges, man.
Oh man, that's Apostle. Yeah, that's you nigga. You gonna make it to college, right? You gonna make it to college. All that hard work, and you know what? For y'all to get there, I don't know. Well, they got little Negro scholarships here and there, but that's bullshit. For the most part, man, a lot of them niggas that go to college, a lot of you niggas, well, most of you niggas, the athletes, y'all get in on a scholarship. Okay, that's how, the so-called athletic niggas, y'all get in there on scholarships. That's how y'all get there. Or you get drafted by a college team, basketball, football, whatever, right? But you other niggas that's not the athletic niggas, y'all come from so-called families that got money. Okay, you come from so-called well-to-do families, man, and your family's got to pay money. You come from Negro families, like Cosby Show type families, like what's his name, Theo Huxtable, or whatever the other one, Lisa Bonet. Like in the Cosby Show, you had well-to-do Negroes that had money, and they paid money to send their kids to college. You always had niggas, well-to-do niggas around. And you were raised up a certain way of thinking that you're better than other Negroes, right? So you got niggas like that, like Huey Newton and Bobby Seale and these guys or whatever. Y'all made it to college, and them niggas wasn't no athletes. So they must have came from families that probably had a little money or whatever. So all their life was built up to, try to make it, try to do this, and then you made it. Because once you make it to college, supposedly you made it, man. You the first in our family to go to college, or you come from a long line of Huxtables that made it to college and all that bullshit. So once you get there, you this uppity Negro trying to make it. Like I just want to piggyback off what Apostle Tahar said. Then all of a sudden, you done made it to college. You done got there. You gonna get your education, and after that, sky's the limit. Then all of a sudden, you just decide to become a goddamn radical, a militant, a revolutionary, a change of heart. They had a TV show on a wicked-ass show years ago called Change of Heart. You just have a change of heart. One day you just go from a Negro trying to make it to all of a sudden you're going to decide to put a black or all black outfit on, a black leather jacket and a tan with shades and start toting rifles around. Talking about power to the people. Yeah, the black, man, we can't have this. We can't have the white man walking all over our people, man. We got to help our people. We got to do something for our people, man. All of a sudden, a change of heart, a transformation in college. It's bullshit. Them niggas were told and directed to do all that, man. And you know what? Not just the Panthers. That movie, The Butler, showed you that. The movie, The Butler. Them other groups, the so-called civil rights movement, the freedom rides, they recruited them niggas from college, and they showed you that in the movie. This guy's son, the main character, Whitaker, his son went to college, and what was he? And that movie showed you. In the movie, Forrest Whitaker, him and Oprah Winfrey, he was a well-to-do nigga. He was working at the goddamn White House as one of the butlers in the White House. So he was doing good. So he had enough money to send his son to college. His son went to college, and then they went down into the basement, that secret meeting, and they had this guy down there. He looked like a Edomite or a tear, and he was a so-called priest, and he was recruiting them kids to go in, what did they call them? The sit-ins. Yeah. The sit-ins and them so-called freedom rides, where they go out there and get the shit beat out of them and killed by crackers, the so-called break segregation. So that show you how they was recruiting in college. That's where they recruit all them Edomites and them Jakes for these organizations and groups, man. You know?
Yeah, that's where they develop them at, man. That's a breeding ground for the Illuminati. For all these so-called politicians, which they all sold out. You know, the Black Panthers and all them niggas. And a lot of the dudes that are at the top of that, the so-called leaders of these groups, they know about this. All right, they've been knew that the NAACP was set up by Rockefeller, you know, by so-called white people, Edomites. So really, fuck these niggas, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, because what they're doing is they really don't care about so-called quote-unquote black people, you dumb niggas. They don't care about you. Just like General Gehenna, they don't care about you because they not. What's General Gehenna doing? He's got you at a fucking damn cookout, right? And you know what goes on at a cookout. You know, what's spiritual at a cookout? You're going to have the music playing, you know, all the songs, Before I Let You Go, all the picnic nigga songs. I bet you they're going to be in the background. You know, drinks, you know, it's going to be drinks going to be flowing. You know, your young and beer, liquor and all that stuff. You're going to have kids there. You're going to have women walking around and it's hot, a hot day. They're going to have on a skimpy-ass outfit, but yet they call it the Sabbath. Now, if I may, I want to read something real quick in the book of Amos, the 5th chapter. The point is in 21, but I want to start at verse 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate. And that's why you're going to always have people that's going to be mad at us because we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. Through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, from the apostles on down, we're going to continue to rebuke you, man, if you go off, man. We ain't into all that friendly. And that wasn't in Israel back in the days, man. We was against this world, man. Another foundation scripture, 1 John 2 and 15. When you was taught, that was the milk. 1 John 2 and 15. And what was the precept? James 4 and 4. Those scriptures told you, love not the world. So that's how you were raised up in the truth, man. But now, 2015, because dudes done lost faith, you know, and they just bullshitting it. They might put their garment on and try to come out of the closet once, you know, this Israelite thing start coming popular and act like they were real Israelites. But you guys lost your faith, man. Now you're talking about this world-friendly, look, we can't do that. We got to present ourselves a certain way, such and such. Look, man, we relish the fact that we're the most hated group. And be honest, man, GMS is the most hated amongst all Israelite groups, man. Don't play no games with it. But guess what? That's how the prophets were. The prophets were hated. So again, it says they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. What are we saying that's wrong? We warning you niggas about the microchip, man, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, about and this devil, and you turn on the news, they're pushing it, man. All these different shootings. They had another movie theater shooting, and they're going to keep having more church shootings, okay, more shootings in malls and all this stuff. Hell, they might have a shooting at your barbecues and your cookouts, all right? They might have a random guy go over there and shoot them all up. And what comes out of it? Oh, we got to get these gun laws or whatever. Showing you that what? They want to push ahead with their New World Order and bring in martial law. Now, Gehenna's not telling you, he ain't waking you up to that, man.